Welcome, dearest friends, to TIBP Media. I see a prophetic pattern in the book of Revelation about the November 25 massive blackout. This mass blackout, will it lead to the economic boycott? Will economic boycott be used to pressure the remnant people of God to give up their faith? How will this happen? Revelation 3 verse 18. I counsel you to buy from me gold refined in the fire, so you can become rich, and white clothes to wear, so you can cover your shameful nakedness, and salve to put on your eyes, so you can see. A nationwide boycott is set for November 25 to December 2, with organizers urging Americans to shut down the economy by avoiding work and spending. The protest, organized by Blackout the System, seeks to highlight economic inequality, government dysfunction, and corporate influence in politics during the busy Thanksgiving shopping period, including Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Organizing a mass blackout from November 25th to December 2nd. If you are capable of calling off of work during those times, do so. Prepare now. This means no Black Friday shopping. This also means you should start preparing now so that you aren't struggling through this week of blackout.
Millions of us stopped working, stopped spending, and stopped producing all at the same time. There's a movement brewing. It's called the People's Sick Day, and what it is a 3-day economic blackout. That means no work, no shopping, no production, just pause. 3 days where we remind the system that without us, nothing moves. But here's the twist. We're not giving out the dates until 48 hours before because we don't want to give the corporations time to plan and stop us from having this happen. Because let's be honest, if they knew what we were planning, they'd shut it down before it even started. This isn't a protest. This is a strategic disruption to the machine that feeds off of our hard work and labor. If you want to be a part of it, go to thepeoplessickday.com, join the Discord, and join the movement. This is how we stand up against what is happening in our country. We need to shut it down. We need to shut it down. So go to thepeoplessickday.com, sign up for the Discord, and you can get more information there.
Blackout the System and Big Beautiful Boycott are doing a blackout, and their blackout's a little bit longer. It's going to be November 25th through December 2nd. So it's going to be that week of Thanksgiving where people are going to be spending the most money, possibly traveling, and for a lot of people, they're expecting you to show back up to work on that Monday.
As we see things quickly escalating with this administration, we at the People's Sick Day have decided to collaborate with the Big Beautiful Boycott as well as Blackout the System, and we've decided to pick dates.
The time is coming when we cannot sell at any price. The decree will soon go forth, prohibiting men to buy or sell of any man save him that hath the mark of the beast. Spirit of Prophecy says, throughout history, when people or institutions seek to bring about change, political, social, or moral, they often turn to one powerful, peaceful weapon, the economic boycott. Whether driven by government strategy or grassroots activism, boycotts targets what every system depends on: money and economic stability. The story of Job is a shadow of what will happen in the final days. All of us will be individually tested whether we will trust God at times of severe trials. God will test us with our spiritual resume and see that we are worthy of testing, and testing that will produce patience and perseverance unto the end. Dearest friends, Project 2025 is all about Christian nationalism, combining the power of the state to enforce religious laws, to enforce Sunday laws, and discourage commerce.
It sounds controversial. In many respects, it is a return to something that basically always everyone ever had. And it's specifically the idea of encouraging Sabbath rest through discouraging commerce, encouraging Sabbath rest through discouraging commerce, encouraging Sabbath rest through discouraging commerce on the Sabbath. The proposal that's in our book is amending the basic federal overtime law, Fair Labor Standards Act, to require that overtime be paid for all work done on the Sabbath. Encouraging Sabbath rest through discouraging commerce, encouraging Sabbath rest through discouraging commerce, encouraging Sabbath rest through discouraging commerce.
Basically, he's saying that the proposal is all based in the playbook of Project 2025, that only a few decades, he says, that the states had forgotten Sunday, but now it's time to remember Sunday. Encouraging Sabbath rest by discouraging commerce is just a nice way of saying, if you do not rest on Sundays, you cannot buy or sell. They are using now the shutdown, the federal government shutdown, to accelerate religious laws. While once distancing himself from the plan, Trump is now openly embracing its architects, such as Budget Chief Russ Vought and Jonathan Berry, and utilizing the shutdown as a tool to dismantle opposing federal agencies, consolidate presidential power, and realign the nation's priority in harmony with Christian nationalism objectives. Headlines: Trump appears to be building an unprecedented spy machine that could track Americans. A new report shines light on contracts with tech company Palantir, which could create data profiles of Americans to surveil and harass them.
This is the biggest public relations scam in the history of the world. But it's far more than that. It's a blueprint. It is the action plan.
All life on Earth is going to be radically changed.
Everything will be monitored. The environmental consequences of every human action.
The general population cannot fathom the psychopathy of the vision that they're facing.
Once the digital ID is in place, it's game over for humanity.
In every generation, humanity faces moments of deep uncertainty, wars, disasters, economic collapse, and personal loss. Yet in the midst of chaos, there shines a constant truth throughout scriptures that those who are faithful to God will never be forsaken. Psalm 119 verse 8, it is better to trust in the Lord than to put our confidence in man. The Bible reminds us that no matter how dark the world becomes, God's hand remains steady over His people. His promises are not shaken by crisis, and His care is not limited by circumstance. The faithful can rest in the assurance that God provides, God protects, and delivers those who trust in Him. Kindly type our decision and response today: God will save the remnant. Thank you, dearest friends. Kindly share truth found in Bible prophecy.